Hello friends, how are you today? I am so happy to be back here with you. It is so wonderful to be able to talk about the Schumann resonance energies with you and the current state of the energetics around us today. So I just recorded a 1-hour video that goes into a lot of depth about the energies, like where we're at right now. Number one. Number two, that gives you some processes that you can use on a personal basis to help yourself in these energies. And that just talks a lot about concepts. So this video is going to be just a quick thumbnail. And then if you want more detail, that video is going to come out probably later today. Okay, so it's June 30th, and this is the chart. I'm going to just nail what the energies are here, okay? And this is a story that has been developing over days, so I just want to point that out. I see this as a dragon, okay? Like a dragon. It just appears in the chart, and as soon as I thought, oh, someone's angry. And, because we're in a dual energetic environment, I want to look at both sides of that. I think the dark forces are angry because their plans aren't working out, and the people are angry because they're awakening and they're seeing situations where maybe they've been messed with, that in their heart they feel this is not right, and then they're getting angry, okay? Or they've been angry and it's starting to show. Here's an echo of the four horses. That's going to be, I'm going to show you that in a second. There have been 4 horses in the chart. There have been this bridge energy in the chart repeating. Okay, so here I'm going to show you. It repeats here. See right there? And then it repeats here. And then it repeats over the last couple days. I'll show you that as well. So the key themes here are the 4 horses or dragons. Okay, the post grounding the light into the ground, okay, of the earth, grounding the light into the earth, grounding the light into each of us, into every human being, that where it's their soul path to have that. Bridging between energetic states, dimensional layers, situations, you name it. So the horses, the bridges, the grounded light, and then the next one is multi-dimensions. Okay, so here's a version of that. I'm going to show you the really choppy one on the previous page. Let's go and look at the 28th. So this is Monday, the chart for Monday. Look at this, okay? As soon as I saw this, I was like, oh my goodness. It's like the layers of the dimensions there are layers that are fracturing or that are shifting. It's hard to perceive the layers because so much is moving around. And then it repeated on the chart that we have today. Okay, at the beginning of the chart we have today. And you see a lot of bars of light that go from 0 to 40 hertz here. Okay, so this is throughout our energetic environment. And remember that the Schumann resonance is in the same hertz range as human brain waves. So the human brain waves, okay, are perceiving this, whether it's conscious or unconscious, whether it's filtering into our body as physical symptoms, or our minds, our emotions, or our spirit. Okay, so we are experiencing this, and it's over and over and over and over as these bars of light just come in. The second thing here is this archonic energy here. I thought this was fascinating because it's like it shifts. First it's like this, then it's like this. It's like it's had to absorb some light, right? In this, because the environment, the energy environment is shifting, so much light is coming in, and human beings are able to embody this now. We are able to embody it now, and we're starting to make both conscious and unconscious choices that we don't want to play anymore with these guys in the various ways that they show up in our societies and our institutions, okay? Right there. And in things that affect us. So this lower dimensional energy is very agitated as well. And let's go back to the chart before this, the chart for Friday the 25th at the end of last week. What you saw here was, again, right, the grounding. But what I want to say is this chart was the transition from the angel with the gate, the grounded light in front of it, the bar of light, and then there was it was like it was doing a soul retrieval. That's a story that I saw on the chart. Well, then you have this chaotic energy, right? Just choppiness. Like if it was a river, it would be all these white caps, right? And the qualities were spiking in weird ways. The amplitudes were spiking in weird ways. And the frequencies were just suddenly dipping, and I'm not going to go into all of that, but I'm going to show all of it. But that's what was happening. And then, so there was like a sea change, kind of like when the current suddenly shifts in water. And we had this here, and this was the lead off, okay? And I called this the 4 Horsemen. And this is the video. I'm going to show you the thumbnail from it where I am. There we go. Okay, so the video with this thumbnail is the next video where I'm going to go into detail about all these energetics, the technological effect that's showing up. Okay, the bridges, the 4 horses, the light bars, and then as a human being, okay, who's sensitive to energy or who perceives energy, the ways that we can embody our divinity and work with our light, our own light, to manage through these choppy energies in ways that are in the highest good for us. And if you do prayer, if you do energy work, if you do centered meditation, I address things that you can do in these energies to benefit yourself, and that can benefit the transformations that we're seeing all around us by aligning with the highest good and the will of the divine, the will of God, the Most High, the creator of the universe. I do want to point out one thing on this chart about the numbers. Okay, and this is the chart from today. Okay, so here is this like dragon energy, or the 4 horses or the 4 dragons. Well, here's one of their faces, and it's like in your face. So now this is like a war horse, right, presenting, or a fiery dragon just presenting in the chart. Okay, and the 4 horses, right, are the horses of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Okay, like that's the energetic archetype. That's the type of energy that we are looking at. And why? Because this is a time of transformation, and so there are key factors that initiate transformation. And in the chart right now, we're seeing the story of the 4 horses that do this. Okay, these are war horses. So they're not coming to sit here and have a tea party with us. They're coming to effect the will of divinity. Okay, and so I talk about how to be safe in these energies, and on the longer video that's coming out in I don't know, in a few hours or later today. It's going to take a little while to upload. So let's look at, I just want to show you 2 quick things here. Look at this. Okay, so the frequency chart, and I'll explain this in detail in a longer video, but right here, the frequencies were below 25.2. That is the number, okay, that the green frequencies stayed below to stay away from the major effects of the viral pandemic. Okay, that situation, we were basically hiding, and for whatever reason, it was the green frequencies were below 25.2. I'm talking about January 2020 to about April 2020. And here's the other really interesting thing when that dragon comes out, and it's the case for most of the chart, but I'm just going to point it out from 0 to 9 here. Okay, so you've got the qualities below 8. Well, again, during that critical time, March to April 2020, we had to stay below, in the green qualities, below 14 or 15, because when the human quality, I call the green the human, okay, but when it poked up above that to 20, 25, 30, which are normal levels for the green, but every time the viral karyotype image tried to appear on the chart again. Same thing with the frequencies going above 25.2. So I talk about that more in the long video, but I thought that was fascinating and that you guys would love to hear this quick summary of the energies. They are choppy. There's a lot going on, and it's a good time, okay, to align with the light that you are, because you will be guided, right? How to move through these energies with ease and grace to the greatest extent possible.